Now that we've actually learned how to create our own controller, let's just work on our view and actually make it look nice. So right here, let's just say HTML, HTML, let's have a head slash head, and within our head, I want to have the title, and let's just call this my home, my page for now. And right here, let's have a body, and within our body, let's just have a header, and let's just do something like a knife. And right here, let's just do something like another list. And right here, let's just have a list for our links. So let's just call this a home. And right here, let's have an about. And right here, let's have a contact. So hopefully this makes sense. And yeah. So let's just preview this. So you can see all this right here. Looks good. And right here, we can now say uh, section, and we say this is the home page. So yeah, so I know this doesn't look really good, but remember the main purpose of this video is the programming aspect, not the design aspect. So let's just have this right here. So there are things that are common to websites. You, for example, in your website, your header or your navbar might be the same throughout the page, and your footer might be the same too. So let's just create our footer too, and in our footer, let's just have something like this. So assume this is our header, this is our content, while this is our footer. So I'm just going to go ahead and style this, and I'll see you very soon. So I've applied some basic style to this, and you can see it right here. So this is our header, this is our footer, while this is our content. Now this is for the home page, but if you want to do the about page, uh, if we want to do the about page, we don't need to actually start writing all this from the scratch. We can just use a layout that Laravel has provided for us and actually extend from the layout. Now to do this is actually simple. We just need to save this as a layout, then extend from it. So I'm just going to save this as a new file, and I'll create a folder here, and I'll call this layout. Now in this layout, I'm going to have an app.blade.php. Now we have the layout right here. So one thing we can do is here we can just remove this, because the rest of it, the header, the filter will be common to all pages. And right here we can just use something called hid, and right here we can just hid content. Hopefully this makes sense to you. And in our home page now, we can remove all this. We can just remove all this. And what we need to do is now to extend from the app. So we can just use the extends, and right here we can just say layout.app. And right here, if we should preview this, you can see nothing will change except uh, the content is gone. And right here you can now say you can then use the section. Hopefully this makes sense to you. And right here you can now say content, and right here you can end the section. Now anything you put within this section right here will show within this space. Now let's just refresh this and verify. You can see we have this right here. So hopefully this makes sense to you, but we still have an error. We still have an error in the code, and that's because right here is we actually target the section. So right here we're just going to create that, and we're just going to say section. Yeah. So this should be fixed by now, and let's see that. Yeah. So we've seen that, and this works fine. And right here we can just say this is home page, and if we should refresh, you can see we have the same thing. Now if we should go ahead and now let's do the same thing to the about page, and right here let's just say about page, and let's do the same thing and let's call this contact page. So let's go ahead and save this and call it contact.blade.php, and right here let's just do this as contact. Okay, so let's go back to our web.php file, and right here let's just create those routes for the contact and about. So this will be about, why this will be contact, and right here I want to use an about, the about function that we're about to create now, and right here we use the contact. So let's go over into our class, and right here we just say public function about, and right here we want to return a view, and this will be about. Now we do the same thing for contact. Let's say public function contact, and right here we return view. This will be contact. So hopefully this makes sense to you. So if we should go ahead and review this in contact, you can see it changed to contact, and right here we can say contact. Do I get the spelling correct? Yeah, contact. So in the next video I'm going to show you how to link this so that when you click it loads the page automatically. We don't need to do it and start typing the route. So I'll see you next video, guys.